This is a common method used by home builders, tract home builders, people who need to save as much money as they possibly can by reducing the amount of lumber used in homes that are being built repetitious. And you can actually use it also. The most common method for laying out a interior wall, exterior wall is going to be 16 inches on center. And you can actually get away with this on interior walls that are non-bearing. You can actually reduce the amount of wall studs by going 24 inches on center or 19.2 inches on center. And if you look at your tape measure and you go to 19.2, you're actually going to see a kind of a weird mark. And then if you double that measurement, which would be 38.4, you're going to see another mark, and you can use these marks to lay out your wall studs. And you can actually see here that it's saved one stud in a 12-foot wall. This is a 12-foot wall, and you think, okay, big deal, one stud. Well, if you're building 100 homes, this one stud is going to save you a few dollars if, of course, it's laid out the same way each time. But again, we started with 16 inches on center layout, and then we went to 19.2 inches on center, and that saved us one wall stud. Now, 24 inches on center is actually going to save you another two wall studs from the 19.2 measurement, and of course, three wall studs from the 16-inch on center measurement. Now, if you go to 24 inches on center, sometimes these walls, I've actually been, they kind of feel flimsy, you know. If you're going to go to 24 inches on center and you're really interested in saving a couple of bucks, go for it. Make sure that you're allowed to actually do it. If you're working with building plans, you will need to check with the engineer and the architect to make sure that you can. But if you're doing a project, you know, you just want to divide a wall in a room. Let's say that you want to put a wall up in between a bedroom and a closet or something like that. And then you can go 24 inches on center and save yourself a couple of studs. But obviously, we're talking about for a project where you're just going to be building one wall, you're only going to be saving about you know, let's just say 3 studs at $3 each. It's going to be less than a $10 savings. But it's like I said, this is a method used by home builders for production framing to where they can save a few dollars, and a few dollars can make a big difference on these projects, especially when they have to provide low estimates to be competitive. So I think I'm providing this video out there. It's just kind of another way, something that's going to provide you with another option, something to think about. And again, these are all based on laying out layout measurements for 8-foot building materials, 8-foot drywall, 8-foot plywood, something like that. You wouldn't want to use the 19.2 measurement if you were going to use 4-foot plywood siding. It wouldn't work. So again, you're going to have to kind of use a little common sense here to see which one of these methods for laying out a wall will work for you.